Money never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. Your body got me switching lanes up. Now I'm about to kill us. She didn't even know what my name was. Now she back. Like I want to ship. I stand on these bitches while I'm in the whip. She on my ear when I come to the crib. After I know, baby, it's time to dip. I beat it up and I call her a lip. I run it up while they running they lip. All these diamonds on me, look at the drip. I ain't lacking, got it all. He never made me change up. Always kept the shit up. Your body got me switching lanes up. Now I'm about to kill her. She didn't even know what my name was. Now she begging for my Until I'm situated. My only request is you stay silent while you being patient. I know my heart is in my chest, but it just feel vacant. Making it off the corner was my college graduation. People act like they love you, but deep inside they hating. Gotta take the good with the bad, don't expect no reparation. So much dope in Lafayette, have me under investigation. Just get your shit together, nigga. Time is steady wasted. We all want it in the rush. Gotta learn how to pace it. I'm still the same nigga I was. Now I just recreate it. If you was there when shit was dark for me, I appreciate it. Did all that I could do for niggas and they still hate it. Everybody know this shit can't be on you. Gotta be in you. How people treated me when I left, I still remember. Came home on Mother's Day, should have been home. Back in December, I remember telling my kids on the phone, see you in a minute. I don't really do too good with goodbyes. Feel like the ending lately, I just ain't been feeling that strong. I need some spinach. Granddad told me when you hear money talk, be long-winded. So you ain't got a bar, cause forever could be tomorrow.
You're listening to WindyCityUnderground.com, the internet music station for the Illinois Media School campus in Chicago.
WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station.
WindyCityUnderground.com. Welcome back. I am Alex the One, getting it done. Yo, Latino extraordinaire. And today on Mega Mondays, I got a very special guest in the building. I'm talking about a legend, an icon, the man, none other than D.A. Smart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so before we played that music, I learned so much so far about D.A. Smart. And I've known this man. I first met you back in 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just learning all these details today. See the difference by asking these questions. So D.A. Smart was talking about his connection to one of the greatest producers, not only in the city of Chicago, but I think across the country, all over the world, the legendary Traxster.
The legendary
Traxster.
Yeah, so Luck was like, who could we get to make music, to make songs with? I said immediately Traxster, because that's my boy. I met him through Dr. Groove. So boom, we went to meet Traxster. He already had a label started, so why reinvent the wheel? Let's do this. Creators Way was born. That's how we cracking. Then we moved, Luck, Trax, me, rap. Creators Way was born. Then we put out what? Pope Pimpin'.
The Pope Pimpin' we know today, or was there like the first draft version of it?
It's the Pope Pimp you know today.
Okay.
Luck went and got Trax and Do or Die. I mean, went and got Twista and Do or Die. Mm-hmm. He knew them from the West Side. Luck
K-Town,
from the West
right?
Side. He from K-Town.
Right.
So he went and got Do or Die and Twista and Snipers and, and all the West Side people that was on Creators Way. Luck went and got. So Luck married the West Side to Trax. I married Trax to Luck. Creators Way made history for Chicago. Probably one of the dopest labels to ever come out of the city that was independent thus far and has yet to be reduplicated. And I'm glad that I'm a part of something that's so amazing. That's where Walk With Me came out. We wasn't going to release Walk With Me because during the time of its release, I had a issue with the law. So we wasn't going to release it. That's why Pope Pimp came out first. But
so you recorded Walk With Me first before Pope Pimp?
Yeah, Walk With Me was already recorded. But Pope Pimp came out first, and then we eventually released Walk With Me.
So I'm going to ask you a fan question. Strictly as a fan of D.A. Smart. When you back then picked up some, I'm guessing like a notepad, a notebook, on the back of an envelope, whatever, and started coming up with these lyrics for Walk With Me. Did you know that that's what you were going to talk about? Or was it just like, well, this word rhymes with that one. That sounds pretty good here. Oh, snap, I just mentioned that. Can I do that? And just as the song progressed, did you know it was going to be the song it turned out to be? Or did it just kind of happen just by you expressing your thoughts on some paper?
I remember when I first heard the beat from Trax. We was in the studio, and he played a couple of beats for me. He was like, whichever one of these move you, let me know. He was playing beats and he played that one. Damn. Right there. Homie, right there. That one. I can tell a story on that. That's all I felt. Then when he gave it to me and I got in the car and started driving and listening to it,
Mhm.
that's when it came.
Were you freestyling it as you were
Well, I was
driving?
driving, riding around the neighborhood and listening to the beat. And it's like, do.
Yes.
Oh, this finna be about all the gangs in Chicago.
Yes. Yes.
And it's gonna be called Walk With Me, but I'm gonna talk about every set that I know. That's how it happened. And then the conversation happened. How am I gonna do this? Easily. Start talking, DA. Put your left foot in front of your right foot and walk with me
Yes.
through the city of Chi, where the vultures be.
Mhm.
Have you heard of this? That's a conversation. Have you heard of the city crime?
Yes, yes,
Sociologists been telling me the city died.
Yes.
From what?
Yes.
From all the murdering, gang banging, and drug dealing. Every 30 hours, they find another body with some slugs in them.
Mhm.
And ain't no blood in it. Just the ill state, man. It ain't no love in it. You know, it's a conversation.
Yes.
Then I take you to different neighborhoods. That's all it is. It's a simple song. But I knew it was going to be groundbreaking
Yes.
because of the content.
Yes.
It was never done before. You know, think about this. People say GDBD, they wasn't saying that in records,
Mm-mm.
not back then.
Nope.
The only one who came close to saying it in a record was E.C. Illa
Salute.
from the north side.
Mhm.
Okay, and he
North
did a
North
song
side,
called
yep.
What You Be About. Okay, and E.C. Illa was down with us forever. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I stole the idea
No,
from
no, no.
E.C. Illa. I didn't even think about E.C. Illa when I wrote that. It just so happened he had a gang banging song before Walk With Me. I just came up with the idea based on listening to the track. The track is what inspired me to make the song. And I knew it was going to be the dopest song that's ever been created in life because of the content of the song.
Mhm.
And it's just unfortunate, y'all, that we couldn't really promote the song during the time because of legal troubles.
I got a 2-part question about that. You knew it was going to be groundbreaking.
Absolutely.
When you first got in the studio, was Traxter there when you recorded it? Or who was
Yes.
in the room when you first spit those 16s to that beat?
Traxter, it was me and Trax. It was
And-
just me and Trax.
And how did Traxter look at you when he heard that?
He was like, damn.
A little bit more than that, I'm sure. Blown away.
This is another level of the game. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
Trax being the producer that he was, you know, usually DA rap like a rapper. I rap to kill people. So I came in there, put your left foot in front of your right foot. He was like, no.
That's too much. That's
Calm
too much.
down.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
ride
yeah,
that
yeah,
beat, GA. Just ride him, G. You know, I was like,
So he's
first I was
producing.
like,
yeah.
nigga, you can't tell me how to fucking
Yeah.
pardon me, but you can't tell me, you know.
Right,
but
right,
then I
right.
said, relax, just he the producer, is his track. Let me see what he talking about. And it was better for me, and it just came out dope as ever. It's one of the
Yeah, because if you would have came in at it that way, it would have been sounding really aggressive.
it wouldn't been the same.
It would not have hit the same.
It wouldn't have went over the same either. And I
Because
think
it was that right energy.
absolutely.
Like you said, it kind of rolled the song. And
That's
it bumped
what
it.
made Trax a dope producer. I think he had an ear, and unlike nobody else, that's what makes him a dope producer. I think he got an ear unlike nobody else. We actually been on the phone talking about a new project. I ain't gonna let y'all know what that is yet.
He's doing it. He's tasing us. Don't worry. I'm gonna ask him towards the end. My second part of that question.
Okay.
That song "Walk with Me."
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize the domino effect it had. When we spoke last on Soul 106.3, salute to the Ownership Club. Catch us Sundays from 9 to 11. You started to tell that E.C. Illa story. I remember buying the cassette for E.C. Illa where he's sitting back and you see the big mirror thing from the stores, the security mirror,
Yeah.
whatever, looking at that. And I also remember listening to Walk With Me. Now, Walk With Me came out, correct me if I'm wrong, 96 or 97?
96.
Okay. About the same time as E.C. Illa, around the same time. The
No,
difference,
E.C. Illa came out before Walk With Me.
like 2 years prior. I mean, it wasn't that long.
It wasn't that long, but I know it was before Walk With Me.
So one thing I remember, you told the story from beginning to end, 5 minutes. Walk With Me is 5 minutes, right? E.C. Illa, he mentioned some stuff. He was talking about his hood over there on Broadway,
Mm.
2 different, gangs fighting, and also locks and chains, and they're throwing rocks, right? He kept it kind of like that, but towards the end, It was really each mob per each mob, and they weren't disrespecting. They were just saying the names of their mobs. But that domino effect that those two tracks had right after that, because then you have DJ Boogie Boy with the Gangster Boogies. It was a whole cassette A and B side of just doing the same thing. I don't know if you ever heard this. There is a Walk With Me Latino version where it talks about all the Latino gangs from the north side, west side, and some from the south side. There is another song out there called
9-1.
By 9-1. That's right. There's another song called Chi-Town Gangsters by Kill Slow. Same idea. It was a domino effect. And then later on, you started seeing the visuals of gangs and their hoods representing their side. That's all from D.A. Smart's Walk With Me, and also shout out to E.C. Illa from that What You Be About track.
You better know it.
I'm talking about, it's a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? The movement that you had. And then, okay, before the Walk With Me, you said after that song came out, you came into some legal troubles. I get it. You can share what you want to share. But one thing I will say, there was about an 8-year pause, right? Because as soon as that track came out, you never really performed it. You never went on interviews talking about that song. It was like kind of silence for about 8 years. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you came back with Nation Business. That's what I remember. And then it got reintroduced. And that's, I think, around the time you and I connected to hop on that show. Can you talk about what happened in that pause and what the possibilities would have been if you didn't take that pause?
Well, y'all got to understand, this is an independent route we're going with Creators Way. That means we ain't have no backing from nobody. This is straight from the streets. And dealing with D.A. Smart, who's a revolutionary, is difficult. You know, I'm going to try to break this down so it can forever and consistently be broken. Remember we talked about BOI?
Yes.
That means I was working in the neighborhoods. I'm a soldier of the streets. I'm a gangster by nature, by
by association.
By association, I'm a gangster because the streets make you a gangster. Chicago streets is just creating gangsters. Okay, no matter what you claim yourself, you a gangster. But I'm a soldier too for my people. And Walk With Me is both sides of the coin. It's the gangster and the soldier. You know, in one instance, I'm telling you what's happening out here on the streets, but in another instance, I'm telling you to walk with me. Now, what did Jesus say to his people? He said, go not the way of the lost sheep. I mean, go not the way of the Jews or the Gentiles, but go to the lost sheep. That's what he told his disciples. And he told them to follow him, not pray to him, worship him, do nothing. He just said, follow me. That's all I'm saying to the lost sheep. Our soldiers, man, if we're going to have some type of backing here as black men, women, and children in America, black people are the only people that don't have a nation backing them. Okay? Africa don't back us. Okay? All right. Something happened to a Latino here in America, you got Latin America that could back them. Something happened to an Italian, you got Italy that could back them. Something happened to an African, you got Africa that could back them. You got somebody with a military that could back them. But black people don't have a military. The only semblance of a military that we have is the soldiers in the streets. Okay, so when I'm saying walk with me, what you think I'm talking about now that you done heard that? Okay, so that was bigger than just some song that gangbangers liked. It was actually bigger than that. Not only that, I was not only rapping a song that can influence gang members to walk with me, but I was doing the work in the neighborhood.
Yes.
I wasn't talking it and wasn't walking it. I was actually walking it and talking it. Okay? So all of a sudden, there's a murder charge on D.A. Smart. Now, talk to me. Did I kill somebody? No, apparently not. I'm out here. Okay, so where did it come from? Y'all figure that out. Okay, this America we live in. Every time it's a black man that rises up to do something or have influence over black people to do something positive, something happened to him. Okay, so the same with D.A. Smart, the Black Terror. Before Creators Way came out, I had deals from Jive, Motown, Columbia, Stoney. All of them I said no, because they are wicked people. They want you to sign a deal that's a master slave relationship. And I'm not interested in that. I'm interested into a fair deal. And they're not interested in that. They interested in sticking something inside of you, boy. If you want a deal, you're not going to get no money. You're just a monkey doing a show and you're not benefiting from it. You can't transfer it to your family after you're dead. That's why all these stars coming up dead, right? And then the record company making more money than their family do. Why? Because they got life insurance on these people. I said, hecky no. Are you crazy? You're going to have life. I read that in my contract. You got life insurance on me. So my family can't benefit from my life. Y'all crazy. I ain't signing that. Is you stupid? Okay. You're going to control my image, my likeness, my voice. You got creative control over me? No. Didn't you come to me to sign me because I was already doing work in the field that made you see me? Then either you're going to push that or we ain't got no deal. That's not a deal. R. Kelly signed this deal. I'm not R. Kelly. I'm D.A. Who? Smart, the Black Terror. Okay? We two different human beings. He's an entertainer. I'm an edutainer. There's a difference. I read. Okay? So this is all I'm saying. It's just a difference. Walk With Me was bigger than most people could even imagine how big it was. They had to cut it at his throat because not only that, I just went to the Million Man March in 95 and sold 10,000 copies in one day of One in a Million, which was the money that was used to create Creators Way, to promote Creators Way. So basically, I'm Creators Way.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Really?
So a person like this is a threat, and I'm independent, and I'm not signed with nobody and won't sign with nobody. I'm myself. They didn't want money to get to me because if money get to a revolutionary, then he out of control. So you keep money from the revolutionary. How do you do it? You trump up cases on them. You know, the same thing they did to every last one of them in the past. But kill them. I'm still alive, so they haven't killed me yet. But I'm coming back. I'm still alive. I'm finna release a new.
Tell him. No, I already know what you're gonna say, but go ahead. Tell him. It's an exclusive, y'all. WindyCityUnderground.com.
I'm finna release something new, man.
I'm
finna release a whole new project with my man Joe Blackula.
Okay.
We working together
Joe
with a project called Gaslit.
Yes.
We finna blow this.
Yes, I heard about that.
Muda Scooter to pieces.
Yes.
Do you understand? And it's gonna be raw and uncut. But you know, we gonna shave a little off for a little bit so y'all can accept it. I can't give you raw dog food, man. You won't accept it. You'll shun it. I've seen it. I put it out there already. I got songs called Your Community, telling you what to do in the community, how to get together and make your community better. But do you listen? No, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear the things that degrade your community. That's why you only know me from Walk With Me, because you think I'm bigging up gang banging. See, I had to go under the cover of darkness to shed the light. You feel me? I had to put the medicine in the dog food in order for you to listen.
In order for you to get it up. Yep.
Okay, so I had to do Walk With Me. I had to do the gangster shit. And that's what Luck asked me. He said, okay, now that we finna make records, what record can you make for the streets, DA? And then Track played that track. Easy. Let me take you on the tour of my city. And you know what else I hated? Other people repping their cities. Compton repping their cities. New York repping their cities. Nobody represents Chicago properly. You know, the Brat said 60644 and Common said I'm from the South Side, but they ain't represent Chicago.
Talk that talk, DA. Talk that talk.
So I wanted to represent Chicago from my point of view.
Yes.
My point of view, y'all, all you have to do is listen to that 5-minute song, Walk With Me, you'll see what I saw.
Something you said, this struck a nerve to me. I was an artist once upon a time. A lot of people in Chicago would have signed those deals if they got invited to Jive, to Sony, to Columbia, to Motown, and they said, here's 1.3. Why do you think we fall for that trap? No, knowing that you're going to get it in the long term, it's not going to benefit you
because they think they're getting $1.3 million. They think they're millionaires, and they're not. They don't understand that all that money is recoupable. That means you have to pay it back. So basically, that's a credit. It's a loan. It's not yours to keep. So that's why it's not a good deal. How is that a deal? Like, I'm the talent. You got the tools to push me out to the world, then let's make a deal where I get some money and you get some money, a fair deal, and go. But no, they want all the money. They want to give you credit. So your house, your cars, all your clothes, all that's credit, your jewels, all that's credit. That's why they come back and get it at the end.
And you left broke.
And you left broke. How they come back? How can they come back and get your chain that was made specifically for you? It's diamonds, dumbass. They can melt that and do something else with it.
Yes. Yep.
They come in and get it. It's not yours. So when you are no good to them, then they come get it. Let me get that up out you.
Next.
And let me get the next dummy. I didn't want to sign a deal like that. I know how to read. I read the contract. It said that the 1.5 million was recoupable. The next album, they're going to give me 3 million. The next album after that, 6 million. When am I going to get out of debt? Tell me. And how much am I getting off each album? A percentage of a penny?
Yeah, you get a point maybe.
Huh?
Yep.
That ain't no deal. That's a slave-master relationship. I wasn't interested. I don't care how much you're going to do for me. I'm not interested in that because I never control myself. Right now, all these rich dudes, ask them for $1 million to make a park for your community. I bet they can't do it because they don't control the money. Ask them to go get $100,000 out and put it towards something positive in the Black community. I bet they can't do it because they don't control their money. The people that control their money will be asking, why did you take that $100,000 out? Oh, you're going to buy a car. That's fine. Why are you a chain? That's fine. Are you giving it to who? DA Smart. Hell no, we can't have that. That's a misappropriation of funds right there, brother. We're going to have to put tariffs on you. And you understand what I'm saying? Anything that's real, you can't put no money behind it. Okay? Ask LeBron them for some money for your community. They can't give it to you. If they do, they nullify their contract.
You got to read the small print. That's impressive. You read it yourself. Because I would have thought you would. Those contracts, I'm sure it's just not one page. They're probably it's something a stack like that. Yeah,
stick as hell.
And
it's
they,
hundreds of pages.
And they have like 3
Dr.
different
Groove,
ways.
thank you, Dr. Groove,
three
for
or
teaching me
4
how to
different
read
ways
contracts.
of how to say stuff. So
Yeah.
salute to you. Because again, me, if I was in those rooms, I think I would have signed it. But I was not as smart or disciplined as DA Smart at that time.
Yeah.
And so all these youngsters right
Everybody signed it. I'm an anomaly. I'm
mhm.
something that they don't ever see. So the fact that I didn't sign it puts me on the list. Oh, this is the unhappy nigga list. This the dude in the hood that ain't smiling. He ain't happy. We got to watch him. You know, the FBI was created to watch Black people. Y'all know this, right? The greatest law enforcement in the world was created to watch Black people. Was created to look for a new Messiah coming up out of our neighborhood. I'm him. Walk with me.
DA Smart. I got 2 individuals in the room with me. When I told them DA Smart was going to be here at WindyCityUnderground.com,
I'm sorry.
very excited. Very excited. I know. I'm going to introduce you to Grandman Willie Grant. Come over here, Grandman. Are you good right there?
Good right here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Grandman Willie Grant. When we had talked about DA Smart before on WindyCityUnderground.com, speaking of this particular song and what it meant to us specifically.
Dope.
When Grandman Willie Grant found out DA Smart was going to be here, he gave me this look like, nah, he lying, right? Like, nah, you lying, right? Grandman Willie Grant. I know you have 1 or 2 questions for him. The first question I have for you, you come from the South Side. DA Smart's from the South Side. When you first heard of DA Smart and Walk With Me, how did that hit Grandman Willie Grant specifically?
Listening to him now, it turns my whole thought of the song around. It was a representation. But I feel like you're doing the Charleston White. Because Charleston White is an educated man. But he's dumbing himself down in order to reach.
Come on. It's a
and
strategy.
as you were saying it, I'm like, oh, he did that. He did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as a veteran in the Chicago rap scene, what advice would you give a young artist about balancing artistic authenticity with industrial demands, especially in such a competitive and sometimes controversial game?
Man, do it yourself. Be independent as much as you can. You know, let me tell y'all something. Your followers are your family. friends, people you went to school with, family, friends, talk to them. Tell them to share your music. If it's good enough, they will. If it ain't, they'll give you that honest opinion. Okay. And as an artist, you got to be open for that honest opinion. Some music don't move everybody. You know, I make music. Some music don't move me, but I make the music because I'm moved to make it. Okay. I feel like I got to say something. I'm going to say it. Okay. And it might not move everybody. So, but it moves me and it might move somebody.
Yes.
Do it yourself. Be independent. Don't sell out. Once you sell out, you're in control of the industry. The industry is in control of you, rather. Once you sign, your ass is mine. You know, basically that's what they say. Once you sign, your butt is mine. Okay, it's over. Okay,
Yes,
they're in control of what you put out. Okay, I saw a video a while ago on TikTok where a rapper was rapping, talking about killing all these Negroes. I'm a killer nigga, murder nigga. As soon as I see him, man, I'm a murder nigga. And wasn't nobody in front of him but white executives. How does that look? And they just sitting there listening to him rap this. And they probably signed him. That's the music that they want.
That's the one for us.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's part of the agenda.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Okay. We gotta understand it's an agenda. It ain't the rappers. People always ask me, what do you think about rapping today? I love it all. I think every artist is dope. Okay, because they only given what they're able to do. Now, if the industry was really open and free, then it'd be my type of music out here. But because that's not what's being pumped on the radio, the videos isn't as popular, then you got to do the wops and the wet ass. You know, you got to do all that.
Yeah, all that. You got to do the gimmick rap.
You got to do the gimmick rap.
Gimmick rap.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, we had that back in the day.
Yeah.
We loved our little polka dot rappers and special eds and our little rappers. We loved them. Right? But the difference from then and to today, we don't have no pro-black rappers. We don't have no rappers that's representing the hood from our perspective. None, not one. All of them is glorrillas and got money, gold, and dumb, ignorant stuff. I don't want to curse. I want to curse. But that's all it is. It's just ignorance, man. They just leading you down the path to slaughter.
Not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I always say this to artists when I'm working with artists and things like that. I always tell them to ask yourself, what is this doing for the culture? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, like you said, they come out here and they trying to get the gimmicks, or they trying to get the clout, they trying to get famous, they trying to get that point on the penny we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They not
trying to get a deal.
They really not going to push the culture forward. So I always say
that's over with.
To ask themselves, what is this doing for the culture?
I was signed to RCA Records. They finally signed me. Did my record ever come out?
Finally.
Yeah. The record company finally signed me.
They've been trying.
They gave me everything that I wanted, that I asked for in the contract. But did they put my record out? No.
They shelved you?
Yeah, they shelved me. They did that on purpose. They like shelf him, sign him, shelf him. Now he can't do nothing.
This is recent?
No, this is back in the day.
Okay.
No, this is right before Creators Way.
Okay.
Wendy Day. You know who Wendy Day is?
I do not.
Of the Rap Coalition. You don't know who that is? Well, this woman, this is a white woman, but she's a hip hop head. Do you hear me? She loved hip hop. Okay, she the one who helped us put Creators Way together. Okay, she came from New York and aided and assisted us in putting Creators Way together because she just had that information. She had that know-how. That she got a YouTube page where she teaching artists how to get their money and everything right now today.
We need that.
Wendy Day, Rap Coalition. Look her up.
Yep.
Anyway, she got me off RCA because they shelved me, and I was there for years. It's like I had raps like "Stand Up and Be Counted" on RCA. What you want me to do? Rap about this whiteness? Stuff like that. I had a producer, Eric Sadler, from the Bomb Squad, Public Enemy, produce it along with Charles Jackson, Bam, one of the producers from Chicago. It was finna be epic, G. Okay? But they didn't want that to come out. The agenda had changed. Okay? And they needed all gangster rap. They needed all gangsters and
negativity.
They
Bunch
need
of
everything
negativity.
from the gutter bottom for the black man. So to answer your question,
He gave you an answer.
for the young brother, if you selling out, if you just want to be famous, go get a deal and be in my crosshairs. Or if you authentically want to be an artist, do for self, man. That's the oldest thing in the book. Do for self. Don't get signed. Don't look to get signed. You need to go ahead and build your own audience.
Yes.
What advice would you give Lil Durk?
Wow.
That's a good question. Great question. Well, let me put you on the camera for that.
Say it one more time, Willie.
What advice would you give Lil Durk, seeing what he's going through right now?
Murder for hire.
Blow.
That's what they're trying to charge him.
No,
with.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to get him for.
Let me say this, man. Anybody that's high up in the game, to ask them to do the right thing is like asking them to commit suicide. Yeah, bro. That's just like saying Obama, go do something for black people as president. You know he gotta die in order to do that. You know he can't do 8 years and help black people. That's why he didn't do a damn thing for black people while he was in there for his 8-year tenure. Not one law passed in our favor, not nothing. Okay? He can't unless he's willing to die. You got to be ready to die, brother, to stand up for this shit. Okay? To stand up for us, you got to be ready to die. You got to be ready to be maligned. You got to be ready to be pushed to the side like D.A. Smart. I believe I'm the coldest rapper living.
Facts.
I don't think nobody colder than me.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what it is. I believe that. I believe I'm the coldest or one of them. Okay? But because I'm not with the program, I'm not on their TV. That's their TV. Yeah. You talk about P. Diddy. Listen, man. When these people create you and make you a billionaire, they make you a billionaire. You didn't do it by yourself. It's their TV, it's their radios, it's their, right? Their distribution, okay? And then you get up there and then want to change because you see that they're devils, right? You get up there and see, oh, this is all devil stuff. Let me try to help my people. You know, Puffy was trying to pay people back, give people their royalties back.
Talk about the artists.
The artists. Before the scandal. Before the scandal. He sued Ciroc.
Yeah.
You know, now it's a scandal. Why? All of a sudden, you're jumping out of line. You a controlled Negro. You can't jump out of line. You signed these contracts. You've been on our payroll all this time. Now you change it. Every time we do something opposite of what they want us to do, we become the villain. Cosby, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Bar.
Come on, man. Whitney Houston. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. This is a conversation people don't want to have.
Exactly.
Hey,
These are the conversations they don't want to have. That's why they don't talk to DA. Because I'm going to have that conversation. So if you ain't willing to die, don't be a revolutionary for black people. Be a sellout so I can catch you in my crosshairs. That means you're going to die anyway.
Oh, man. You know, I'm for the rest of the day, I'm listening to D.A. Smart. I gotta review this song.
Go down here.
My man gotta go back to, when was it? 98. It was 99 when I first heard it. 99, 98.
Yeah.
Because I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Okay. Last question.
Go ahead.
Looking forward, what do you envision for the Chicago rap scene? Are there any artists or trends that you think, that you believe will shape the next generation?
Good question.
Yes, the truth. I think the more people get real, like I think all this fake stuff is being pointed out to people. People see
Oh,
it.
they being brought to this.
Like I
the
think
front of the
it's
class,
just
man.
open. It's just all this stuff with women, BBLs,
Yes.
with fake rappers, fake gangsters, all this
It's
fakeness.
coming to the forefront.
The government being bogus, all that. I'm doing a song called "It's Time." That's gonna shake the nation, and I mean it's time that we change the government. You know, we the people. The government supposed to enforce our rights. When they don't, we can change the government.
Exactly.
And I'm just breaking down. I'm, like I said, I like to do my research. I need to make sure that what I'm talking about is actual and factual.
Mhm.
It's gonna be stupid, man. It ain't nothing but facts I'm about to drop. If you listen to me, you're gonna have the tools you need as an intelligent person to make the change.
Facts.
Amen.
How soon is that coming out?
It's coming out on Gaslit. I'm gonna be dropping increments all year. And Gaslit is part of a series of an album called Scorched Earth.
That's a title.
That's
That's a
gonna drop
title.
the bomb on this
That is the
month.
title.
That's it, man.
That's right. See, DA Smart, this is exactly why I appreciate these interviews, these longer interviews. Last time we only got the chance to talk for about 10, 15 minutes. But when we dive deep into that hour, we learn more about DA Smart. DA Smart has other interviews elsewhere, but I'm sure today on WinnieCityUnderground.com, you've learned so much more from him.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
We talked about you being signed to RCA, getting shelved. Other labels trying to get you to sign them. You didn't agree with that contract. So what does DA Smart do with all the jams and tools he has? He starts Terror Records. Terror Records signed The General.
Yes,
who
sir.
just released that new track, Hundreds and Hundreds and Hundreds. Is that
You
correct?
better know it. You
That's
better know
right.
it. Yes, sir.
Talk about Terror Records, the experience you have. Are you the official CEO, or do you have a co-CEO? Do you have other people also running Terror Records with you?
Yes, I'm the CEO. I do have a team, COO, a president, all of that. We're an organization that we want to see. We creating what we want. We're not waiting for somebody to sign us and do something for us that we could do for ourselves. So Terror Records is busy doing what we need for ourselves. Okay.
Mhm.
I created Terror Records because I wanted to be independent, like every rapper and artist should be. And I named it Terror Records because it's more befitting to who I am
Your background.
and what I'm about. Because we inflicting fear. We dropping truth over here at Terror Records. And if you ain't down with the truth, then I don't want to hear it. And the truth is everything. The truth is the relationship between blacks and Jews, the relationship with black and Americans, the relationship of man and woman, the relationship of gangbangers to other gangbangers. We talk about everything. The one thing we ain't gonna talk about is nothing. We're gonna talk about everything.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Under Terror Records, what do you have planned for it in the next few years? What big gems besides the one you just mentioned? Is Gaslit going to be on Terror Records?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Gaslit's that's one project.
Yeah.
All right. What else was
We
popping
got
in the
the
next couple
Generals
years?
out right now.
Yes.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. He also got a song that he got out right now with Shauna, featuring Shauna,
Yes.
called TPIM.
Mm,
Check that out. Then
Mhm.
you'll figure out what the initials mean.
okay.
It's freaky.
It has to be with Shauna.
Absolutely.
It has
You
to
know,
be with Shauna.
like I said, Terror Records do everything. That's the problem with the industry today. There is no balance. It's not everything. It's just one thing.
One
Nothing
agenda.
but drill, kill, murder. We're having a love. We got love songs, R&B singer named Tracy on my label
Okay.
who's bringing back the R&B love song.
Yes.
Come on, let's serenade these niggas. Let them know who the nigga here.
Mhm.
Tell the man he's the best man in the world and pump him up full of joy so you could be his helpmeet to help him meet his obligation.
right,
We
that's
need
right.
women like you
Yes,
again.
yes.
Bring it on back, sister. Yes, sir. We tired of women talking about they
Yeah, as far as that agenda, like you mentioned earlier songs, I think it's not about the talent these days. It's about who has the more fans, who's
Yeah.
the biggest influencer. And I
Yeah.
think that's
It's
where
a gimmick.
it's a gimmick, bro. And so when I hear people like DA Smart, there are a few nuggets here and there of rappers that I highly, truly respected. Drop bars, drop knowledge, let them know what they're about. And I think we need more of that. But like you said, they don't want to hear that. That's not what's going to make the company's money. They want people out in the club shaking their butt, spending their money, following the trend. It's cool to have a BBL for women. It's cool to have these big lips for women. It's cool to sell drugs for men.
Right.
It's cool to rock bling for men.
Right. It's cool to shoot your brother.
It's not.
It's just cool for the men to get BBL.
Come on. And wear purses and skirts.
It's not cool for the man to finish college. It's not cool for the woman to take care of the children and teach them right from wrong. That's not what sells. So I 100% agree with you.
It's not cool for men to be real men no more.
It ain't cool.
That like you hear some of these conversations some of these women be having, my man was doing XYZ things that men should do,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a problem for him. It's
Exactly.
like, what's going on? What are y'all talking about at home? What are they being taught? You know what I mean? At home, that a lot of this stuff that was once okay, it was cool for a man to be the protector and the provider of the household and talk, you know, with a little bit of authority to the kids and all this, that's that, right? You can't even do that nowadays.
Well, that's part of the government's plan too. You know, he done moved the man out the house, the woman done married the government, and that was their plan. They got us, especially black people. Like we done in. It's bad for us, and I really, it be times where I just be like, man, it's no use. You know what I'm saying? You will feel like that because
But you can't give up.
if you give up, then it ain't no use, right? Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So I always was taught that I'm unyielding, brother. I can't change once I put my mind to something. My mother always taught me that, man. Once you got your mind made up, do what you supposed to do about it.
Shout out to mom.
You dig? Don't be no flaker saying things out of your mouth that you don't back up with your actions. That's a weak man.
DA Smart, I got a couple more questions for you. I can't believe we went over the hour. We're 18 minutes in.
17
Excellent.
minutes over the hour.
But that's good. This is a great interview. It's a great conversation.
Yes, sir.
If you guys didn't know about DA Smart, more than just walk with me. And that's the agenda I really want the audience out there to know. This man speaking facts. He's schooling me, and I've been in the game for a long time, you know, and he's schooling me. He's schooling brothers like Laro,
Schooling me.
Grandman, Willie Grant, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure the audience out there. I do need to get a little, I'm curious here. I'm curious about this one particular track, right? This song is called F Your Couch. Highly sampled the legend, Dave Chappelle, of course. If you guys remember
yeah.
that skit with Rick James when he walks in there, the Eddie Murphy's house, and he got those money boots. That's where that sample comes from. But in that song, I think you didn't say it by name, but you know, word around the campfire, it sounded like they were talking about someone specific. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was that like a diss track towards somebody because they made a song talking about one of the big leaders here in the city of Chicago and did not have permission to use that name? What was that song about?
Yeah, Rick Ross was a scapegoat for me to talk about in that song, but the song was really directed at the industry, the music industry. But Rick Ross was used as an example of how fake this industry is. You know what I mean? This man done took his name from a man that's alive. Okay,
On the West
took
Coast.
his whole image from this brother. You know, this brother, I believe, took the artist to court about that.
And lost.
And he lost.
The Freeway Ricky, yeah, he lost.
He
He lost.
He lost.
And didn't he lose against the John Singleton thing because he took his life story and made Snowfall.
That's
He
crazy.
had a conversation with John Singleton about something he wanted to work on, and next thing you know, John Singleton is putting out his life story.
That's right.
Crazy. So it just show you how fake this industry is. It's phony. It's contrived. It's made up. It's not real. This dude is not a gangster, never sold no drugs, never lived the life that we live, Chicago.
CO, right?
He was a damn CEO. He was a
Correctional
police.
officer.
Yeah, he on the other side of the badge. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, what is we talking about here? Now he Big Beach and Larry Hoover? Yeah, nah, you ain't none of that.
He never knew those men.
You was just one of them that was in my scope.
I
got it. I had to give it to you. But aiming at you, I was shooting at the industry. That's who I'm talking to. And using Rick Ross as an example. So F your couch. F where you sit. I hate where you sit. Where you sit is with the wicked and wise and deputed man. And you need to be brought down, bruh. And I'm the man that's gonna do it. I know y'all thinking like, DA, man, you been out all the time. You ain't did that there. Ain't no period to my name yet. So it's still time. And I'm still the coldest at 52 years old. I don't know any rapper. And I'm gonna prove it with this new music, man. Gaslit is gonna put the world on fire. Y'all.
I heard a rumor, and I hope it's on Gaslit. I hope it's, or if not, it's coming out very soon. We heard Walk With Me. We heard Walk With Me Part 2. That included the North Side, included, you know, the mobs up here. Also brought up a few Latin mobs out there, which I appreciate. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yes, you will.
But I heard a rumor that there possibly is, it's at least a thoughts of a Walk With Me Part 3 with newer rappers talking about their hoods, and you being like on the hook and kind of just bringing them all together. You're like the guy in the orchestra.
How did that get out? Who told you that?
I'm just saying, bro. I just heard it. Is there any truth behind that?
Well, you know, I'm trying to put together something like that for a Walk With Me. I'm actually doing a Walk With Me 3024.
Okay.
3025. 30 years later, 2025.
Right now we're 28 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Or 3026. But it probably come out in 3025. But it's gonna be the remake of the old Walk With Me. It's gonna be a new video with a new beat. But that was just to say 30 years later, I'm still here.
Yes.
30 years later, Walk With Me still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for that. And 30
Yes.
years later, I'm gonna do it again for you. And the Walk With Me you're talking about, which will be number 3, will be like, I wanted to get some rappers together in Chicago that are prominent, like a Lil Durk or, you know, what's my man name?
There's so many.
Yeah, so many Chicago.
Polo G.
No, Chicago rappers.
That's what I'm saying. Polo G, Chicago rapper.
Okay.
You got Dirk, of course. You got
What's my man that
G
went to
Herbo.
jail? G Herbo. What's my man that went to jail for robbing the bank? Chief.
No. Oh, not Chief. You talk about
Not Chief.
Bumpy Johnson?
Bumpy Johnson.
Bump J.
Jay.
Bump
Yeah.
J,
Bump J.
man. Somebody like that. You know, a couple of them.
Bro, can you imagine Bump J and DA Smart,
Man,
Goon Squad, and Terror Records, man?
that's a nice. Little
You know, like how them represent their side of town. You know, the coldest rappers from Chicago represent their side of town on the track, and I just be on the hook as a way to say, you know, this is the new Walk With Me.
Right.
Would that also have a Trackster possibly production?
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible because me and Trax talked the other day. Maybe we might be working on a new
Bro, let's make that happen.
something. So,
Bro,
Talk it
Yeah.
up.
let's speak it into the universe. A
Trax
Trackster
would be the one to
produced
put that
album?
together.
Yes. Oh yeah.
the Walk With Me thing, he could put that together. I don't know them cats. I don't know. I've been unplugged, brother. Like I said, I'm underground. I'm not out in the industry.
But you are royalty in Chicago. All
Thank
you
you,
have to
Chicago.
do is ask. And jump out the opportunity.
I thank Chicago for that
Mm-hmm.
because I never thought of myself as a legend until people in Chicago start calling me a legend. So I just had a 2-year-old not too long ago.
Okay,
2 years
congratulations
ago.
to that. Congratulations.
And I named him Legend.
I was gonna say, man, if it mean anything to you, when I first heard the song, you know, I was just getting off the porch myself, you know, 5th, 6th grade maybe. But that song made me one of the guys, made me who I am, because I'm one of the people who kind of like yourself. I'm not afraid to go to no hood or no area in Chicago. Been that way forever, not gonna change. You know what I mean? So I just want to let you know that that song was one of the songs that made me feel comfortable, you know, in moving out and doing that and being able to go out and do that and move like that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, artists never know the impact he have on people.
Yes, sir.
I just know what I created and what I created it for,
Yes, sir.
but I don't know the impact. So every time I hear people tell me, it's always interesting.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead.
No, not to cut you out. I was just gonna say it might have been out of curiosity or whatnot, but when I was out, I got to being able to drive and, you know, move around.
Yeah.
It wasn't nowhere that I wasn't going. If you rapped about it in a song, we pull it up.
Let's do that.
What we scared for?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
No,
I really do. I met Eddie Curry. You remember the basketball player?
Yes, sir.
Played for the Bulls. I
Yes,
met
sir.
him at River Oaks one time. I was actually going to River Oaks to buy his jersey, and he walked in there.
Wow.
It just happened like that.
That's right there.
That's usually how it happens.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I was just finna. I know you ain't gonna believe me, man, but I was just finna come buy your old jersey, G. Now that you here, you can sign it.
Yeah, I take advantage of.
He signed it.
Yep.
I still have it. But I was with him and I was like, man, I would tell you how you make me feel being from Chicago
Mhm.
and doing your thing to be on the Bulls too. Like
Right.
that's a lot, G. He was like, tell me, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that That's why I just said that to
Okay.
you, because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I know is likes. You know, I don't have, you know, my friends tell me, you know, people that's close to me, you know, they supposed to say, yeah, good job. But when it's somebody that you don't know, you have no connection with, and they say, this is how that affected me,
Oh yeah.
it means a lot, because I take that into account of what I'm gonna do next.
Let's make that Walk With Me Part 3.
Hey,
Walk With Me Part 3. And if you need some Latinos out there, I know a lot of Latinos, bro.
Exactly.
Man.
And they rap.
Man.
Might
and
need to
they
get
rapping.
9-1. Where you at?
We can get 9-1. We can get 9-1.
Hey, it was a lot of stuff on 9-1. They was hitting me on my comments when 9-1 came out. You know, they was saying like 9-1s is better than yours and all that. And
I wouldn't
then
say it's better, or they were different. Talking about
I went and listened to it,
Mhm.
and then I said, I was inspired that he did a song inspired by a song that I did. I didn't think anything was bad about it. I said, that's dope, you know. But that's why I made part 2 to explain that, you know, I ain't never hung north before,
right.
and ain't the type to sit and write about things I don't know. But I went to jail before. And this is what they told me, so I broke it down like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
Because-
gets together in there.
yeah, and everybody from the north side told me what was happening on the north side once I got locked up in the county. But I can't rap about stuff I don't know. So ain't no false flagging over here. I'm not trying to do it for likes. I do it for real. This is what it is. If I ain't got it, you ain't getting it from me. And if I got it, you gonna get it from me. That's what it is. You know.
So before we wrap up, I will tell you, when I first heard that, I think I was about 17, had the Box Caprice,
Okay.
had the boom boom in the
Oh, yeah.
background by one of those mixtapes, and we was always riding around 3-4 deep. And when we heard that Walk With Me, we all kind of stopped. We had the cassette. We all kind of stopped. We're looking around. Rewind that. I think we rewinded it like 10 times back to back to back. And even though you didn't mention Latino mobs in there, but we are from Chicago. We know who rides with the Fin. We
Right.
know who rides over
Right.
here with the 6.
Right.
And even though it wasn't Latin mobs, we understood it. And we were just like so in shock that that could be made.
Right.
Like, what?
Right.
He could do that? Ever since then, I was a DA fan. Ever since then, I was a DA
Dope.
fan. Ever since then. And what you did on the north side with Latinos, it was in the reverse, because when you did Walk With Me, it was southwest, east side. When the Latinos got their hands on it, started working on Boogie Boys and Gangsta Boogies and the 9-1s, we talked about the northwest side. And it wasn't until like later on, south side got included. So it was like the opposite, what you were inspired in us on the north side. So I just want to give you your flowers. DA Smart, everybody. DA Smart, everybody. Before we wrap up, I know Lero De Niro probably got one more question. Salute to our program director, Lero
sir.
De Niro,
Salute,
for
sir.
helping us today behind the board. And I was like, you know what? I definitely need somebody to be here. Normally, I'd be where he sits,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, I would need somebody to be here because I want to capture this moment with
He
DA.
got me in here by special request. I do this for all the
Yep.
shows and
Oh,
all
love.
that.
That's right.
But for this one right here,
Yeah.
he definitely got me.
So I know you got
appreciate
I know you got one or two questions that you really want to ask him.
Man, no, he really answered it already. It was kind of the same question that that Grandman asked about what advice can you give to these new artists up and coming, you know, that don't have that what was his name, Dr.
Groove.
Dr. Groove. They don't have these mentors and these different people in their life, or you know, just to kind of help them direct their career and point them into places where they need to be and where they don't need to be.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So that was really my question that I was trying to save to the end, but you know, Grandman kind of already asked that to you, so I really don't have no questions right now. I'm just, like I say, I'm soaking up knowledge, man. You was dropping some gems, and I'm just glad to be in the room.
Thank you, brother.
Any last words that you want to say to anyone paying attention to this interview? And by the way, the full interview will be on YouTube this week, and it will be dropping reels this week as well, because we definitely want to support DA Smart. He is a legend, an icon. He's more than just Walk With Me. He's dropping gems today, and I want everybody, at 52, he's still 100%. So any last words?
Hey, connect with your brother at terrorrecordsinc.com/DA Smart. Just connect with me on all social media. I run my own social media, anything with DA Smart. If you hit me, I will be the one hitting you back. Just connect with me. I'm a real person. I'm not fake, phony, don't have no robots and none of that. So talk to me and I will talk to you. All right. Stay tuned. Get with my YouTube channel, all my YouTube people. I'm dropping all my videos on there. I'm dropping interviews, podcasts, anything that I'm doing is going to be on my YouTube channel.
Yes,
so
sir.
check me out. Ride with your boy, okay?
Yes,
We're going to do this the right way.
All right. And make sure to check me out all across the board on every social media platform at Alex the One, LXDAONE. Selfless plug. Today is December 2nd. We have one more day for the 312 Music Awards to close out. Make sure to nominate for Alex the One for Online Radio Personality of the Year. Also, don't forget WindyCityUnderground.com for Online Radio Station of the Year, because we need another one of these.
You better know
We
it.
need another one of these.
You better know it.
And what a better way to wrap out the last day than to have one of the icons of Chicago, D.A. Smart. Thank you once again, D.A. Smart, for being here. Until next
Thanks
week,
for having me. I appreciate
yes,
you.
sir, yes, sir.
Have to go to the song, but to bring us out, man.
Okay.
Go to the song. Walk with me.
What you mean? You gonna play it?
Yeah, I'm playing.
You want me to introduce it?
Yes, sir.
All right, listen, man. I'm finna introduce y'all to the anthem of Chicago that I created for y'all, man. Please pay homage, show love, and share as much as you can. Walk with Me by D.A. Smart.
Salute y'all. WindyCityUnderground.com.